scared, be scared, be scared, yeah, be scared, be scared, be scared, yeah.
Alright, kind of just getting back into it. Would you say you have any like mentors or like OGs when it comes to just clothes or brand building or anything like that?
Yeah, there's definitely people like who influence me. Like, I'd really say like my biggest influence is this dude named Christian. He goes like by Costa, who does felt. I'd really say he's like my biggest influence for my brand for sure. Just cause like I've been like around the time that I started doing my stuff, I've seen like he had like started like selling his brand. Like he had been doing his brand, but he hadn't been like selling it yet. So like I started like following him like when he started selling it at first. So it's like really just been cool to like see him like go from like, you know, just like local to like where he is now, you know. So it's definitely like a big inspiration for sure. Yeah, I'd say like that for sure. I feel like some of the things like when I first started, I definitely had to like teach myself. Like I had to just learn. Like I tried asking people, and like some people would give me like good answers, some people wouldn't. So I kind of just had to like, I was like, I'll just do it, like figure it out on my own, you know. Kind of like I was saying earlier, like, you know, like wins and losses. Like sometimes you like take some L's and like figure things out on your own, you know.
For sure.
So
You could just tell by like your room and stuff that you're like super into anime, pop culture, and stuff like that. So like, what are some of your favorite animes?
Shit. All right, off tops, definitely Yu Yu Hakusho. I'd definitely say that's like my overall favorite for sure. Really into My Hero. I put Naruto on my top for sure. Just cause like nostalgia reasons, really.
All right.
I don't know, it's kind of hard ranking for real, but like I really do like anime and manga a lot for sure. Honestly, it just stemmed from being like from a kid, really. Like I didn't even like when I was younger, like I just thought it was like cartoons and shit, you know, like before I even knew it was like technically anime and shit like that. Yeah, you know, just stuck ever since, really.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Would you say like it influences you creatively or anything like that?
Not like when I first started, but like definitely like one of my like most recent designs I've gotten done is definitely like inspired by like anime for sure. But honestly, I think that'd really be like first. There was a couple like a couple like things I did that were like cartoons like Steven Universe and shit like that. But yeah, I don't think anything else has been like anime inspired for sure.
Right.
So it'd be like the first one that I'd put out.
Fair enough. Dope. So like, you're into superheroes and stuff, like Marvel or DC. Would you prefer?
You know, honestly, I'd low-key go with DC, but they're like 50-50 for me, really.
Right. So who's your favorite superhero?
Okay, cool. So yeah, I got to pick DC, but my favorite superhero probably was Spider-Man for sure.
Right. That's hella dope. What about him stands out to you?
I don't know, when I was just like a kid, I always thought his power was cool, really. You know? He wasn't like he had powers, but like he could still like, you know, he could still like die realistically, you know?
Right.
He wasn't like Superman or anyone, so I kind of like made him stand out to me, you know? And it's like, the thing is villains for sure. His villains were like, he had unique villains out. One thing that kept me interested into it.
I feel like he's more relatable than
he's
than some
definitely
other
like
superheroes.
definitely like that's why I like My Hero, like the main character Midoriya. He's definitely like Peter Parker for sure. Like just in that sense of like personality wise, you know.
Right.
Not like saying like he's like Spider-Man, but like saying he's like his personality is like Peter Parker and shit.
Right. Well, what was the first one? The first anime you said?
Yu Yu Hakusho.
I don't think I've heard of that one. What is it about?
So this is dude Yusuke. He gets killed like in the beginning, but it wasn't like his time to go. So he like kind of like he had his ordeal where he was like, you do this and that, you know, you can come back to life. And then he comes back to life, and then he becomes like what's called like the spirit detective of like his world. So he like kind of like watches over it from like demons and stuff like that. And then, well, yeah, that's like that's like the whole like beginning part of it. It came out in the 90s.
Sounds dope, actually.
Yeah. Have you ever watched Hunter x Hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's made by the same person.
Okay.
Yeah,
dope,
same
dope.
person, same creator.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so
I'm not like super into anime, but my lady is, so I kind of
Yeah.
like watch it passively. So I'm like, okay, this is kind of dope.
Yeah, he made Yu Yu Hakusho first, and then he made Hunter x Hunter.
Interesting. Okay. And like the only other one that I've watched, like that I really fuck with is it's a movie. I think it's called Akira.
Akira, yeah, I got like one of the books right there.
For real? Where it's
Yeah.
like set in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit's long as fuck, yo. It's really long.
For real. Yeah, I fuck with that movie so hard.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's really like well detailed, for, like how old it is.
Right. And then like One Punch Man, I think is super dope. It's
I
like
never
low
really,
key deep.
See, everyone tells me about it, but like I don't know. I tried watching it like. I don't know. I really wasn't watching it low key.
I don't know.
But like no, it's definitely a series I'm gonna give it a second chance. I was just gonna sleep on it. But it's crazy low key. The things I be sleep on, I end up fucking with heavy. You know, like I'll be sleep on it at first, and then I'll give it a second try, and then I'll end up like super liking it.
Oh yeah, for sure. That happens with me a lot too. So like, what would you say is like next for Righteous? Like, do you have anything in the works or anything planned?
Well, I still have like the last collection I have. I'm still trying to like sell that. I'm just kind of just like trying to just figure out like ways to promote it. You know, I don't want to just like use the same old photos I've had. But yeah, I'm trying to just like sell those and like drop some more things hopefully by the end of the year. I'm just trying to like, since like with COVID and everything, I'm trying to like think of like better ways to put out product, you know? I don't want to like make too much. I want to like pretty much make as much as I think it's going to sell, you know? So that's why I don't like have anything, you know? But yeah, it's just like ideas I have for like going forward. Honestly though, I haven't really like, since COVID happened, I kind of just been like living life, dude, you know? I'm trying to take a step back and like try to like really figure out what I'm trying to do with myself and like better ways to like do my brand, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
So like that's really what I've been on lately. Yeah, like I don't know, like my brand, like thinking of like designs, like kind of just been like put on the back burner, just because I still have like a couple designs like I haven't even like used. So I'm just like I don't really need to like plan out new designs. Kind of just want to utilize what I like have.
Right.
You know, just go from there.
I mean, that makes sense. I feel like marketing is way not way more important. Like, you obviously have to have a dope design, so marketing is just as important as the product, for sure.
Like, one thing this is like kind of this personal thing. Like I want to like go back to school for like graphic design, so I can like start doing my own designs really.
Right.
But there's like like there's nothing wrong with like having other people do it. Like I have someone I've been working with since I like started Righteous, so like like we just have that good chemistry with each other, and like he's really like he's awesome, like for real, like like he's like really just brought every idea I've had to life. So it's like a real big shout out to him. His name is Ben. Yeah.
That's super dope. Yeah, it's definitely hard to find a dope graphic designer, especially to like lock in with. Like I found a couple, but no one I want to like go to repeatedly. You know.
Yeah. And it's like that. That's what I'm saying. Like the other thing that's trial and error. You gotta just figure it out. Like it'll come for sure.
Right, cause some have like a dope style, and I'm like, dang, that's dope, but like either like that's gonna be really hard to put on a shirt, or like those type of things. Cool. So like on the business side of things, would you say you have any influences when it comes to like business, like aside from creatively?
No, not really. I mean, I would say that my influence, like I said earlier, like in high school, I took like a lot of business classes and like, I don't know, I just like, it hella stood out to me, like, you know, I learned a lot from those classes for real, and like, it was crazy, like, they were like electives, you know, like, they weren't even like core classes, so I was like, that's insane, like, but, I don't know, I feel like business is like, it's definitely not something like, you definitely should like, gotta definitely know it, but I kinda just like, I don't know, I just kinda just like, I'm sorry, kind of just like, you know, like trial and error, like for real. Like I kind of got things figured out, like, you know, like LLCs, like trademarks and all that, and then kind of just like just going from there, you know. I never like I try to like read like certain like business books, you know, to like kind of like see how these people are like thinking like on that side, but I'm just like, you know, I'm just trying to just go with it, you know, for real. Even though it's like really not like that just sounds bad, but it's like that sounds bad, but this how I went with it, you know, like kind of just trying to figure it out. I would like a manager or something like that, but like I don't know, just like until I got start to like really get on that big operation level, you know, I just, you know, I'm just gonna do it like myself, you know.
I mean, it makes sense. It's probably
Yeah.
like better and cheaper that way, you know. And like you get to see your vision through type thing. Most definitely. But I don't know. When it comes to like business, I feel like I don't know. Just it takes like a certain mindset or anything like that. So would you say like you have anything like that sets you apart from just in general?
You know, honestly, I feel like I'm really like, I think it's just really just from, you know, like stemming from the creative side, but like I feel like I'm really like I have like a really good sense of like marketing and, you know, all that stuff.
This game,